I was born and raised in one of the most beautiful places on earth. It was a time filled with wonder that I'll always remember. But when my family chose to move our zoo halfway around the world, that is when my greatest journey began.
When I was writing it, it was very cinematic in my mind because of the contrast of colors, the blue ocean, the white lifeboat, the orange and black tiger. So in my mind it was very cinematic, but even the most basic cinema goer can realize that to turn that story, as simple as the words are on the page, to turn it into a movie would be an enormous technical challenge. So, no, I didn't imagine it. It was cinematic in my mind, but I never thought I'd actually see it on the screen. That would be too complicated to do. I started writing the book when I was in India. I was hitchhiking for 6 months. And I grew up in a completely secular household. And I'd studied philosophy, which is a very good way of turning you into an atheist or an agnostic. And so religion was always very external to my life. And then I got to India, and as you saw in the book at one point, and in the movie, Rafe Spall, the character Rafe Spall plays, talks about a novel that sputtered, coughed and died. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. I was in India because it was a cheap place to be, and this novel just wasn't coming to life. Any of you here who've written something creative will realize that terrible feeling of you're putting so much effort into it and it doesn't come to life. So I had to put it aside, and I had this sort of inner hole in me. And I just, for the first time in my life, and how old was I? I was 31, I think. I finally noticed the abundance of religious expression in India. And there's more religion expressed per square mile in India than anywhere else on earth. Every religion has its members there. And I started noticing it for the first time, and I suddenly was intrigued, not so much by sort of the anthropology of it, how religion is manifested, but how it's lived, how it's felt. So I was interested in the phenomenon of faith. And so there's this very deeply unreasonable capacity to believe something that is fundamentally not reasonable. I was intrigued by that. And the reasons there's 3 religions in the story and in the movie is I didn't want to focus on one in particular. I wanted to look at what was common to all religions, which is that phenomenon of faith. Each religion practices and has a different view of the universe. You can't sort of say they're all the same, they're definitely not. But at the core, they have that leap of faith, that believing something that is not rational, that is not material right in front of you. And that's what struck me.